and it says Irish clans unite in a mighty clash for freedom. And I'm like, yes! And they die eventually.
Exactly. I actually started broadcasting, so people are gonna get like an end clip of that. So that's gonna be amazing. It's weird, because usually when people say, hey, there's a Disney movie that I've been watching recently that nobody knows about, usually they say Black Cauldron.
Oh, pish posh. Let me put it this way. My family grew up reading the books that Black Cauldron based off of.
Oh, what are those called? Could you send me those?
Yeah.
Alright, that'd be cool. So, today, my quest is to finish Game 1. Like, the story, not full completing, because we're at Gnork's Gnexus. And then, maybe, if that takes, like, not the full time, I'll move on to Ripto's Rage. And just get the beginning of that. Alright, so I'm really hoping there isn't like this nasty difficulty curve that some of these games have. Like right at the end, they're like, by the way, we're now going to be extremely hard.
Giggity.
Yep. Minimize this.
No, for some reason I cannot.
Also, I am enjoying right now some the best ice cream I think I've ever had in my life, which is mint chocolate chip, or it's mint chocolate Moose Tracks. There's a rat behind me.
IRL or just in game? I can't see
in-game
anything right now. So
okay, in game. But this mint chocolate Moose Tracks is great. Yeah, Spyro, I know it's weird, but you know what? You're a purple dragon, so we're equal.
So, I'm
Hey,
pissed
didn't
off.
I already free you?
You're in Nasty's world now, Spyro. And you are the dragon that must defeat him.
Bring him on. I'm ready.
Reach the exit in each of Nasty's lands. Then you can challenge the Gnorc himself.
Pretty cool. We need to take a bite of Moose Tracks, and you get the like all the little Reese's cups.
Right.
Okay, so only one I can go into is this world, which is Gnorc Cove. Which I know
you
it's.
pronounce it Gnorc.
Oh, I know it's nasty Gnorc. Just Gnorc is more fun to say.
Actually, in game, dragons pronounce it both ways.
Oh, cool.
So it's either nasty Gnorc or Gnasty Gnorc.
I love when you breathe fire. Spyro's brow like furrows as cheeks puff out.
Yes.
Oh, looked like it was coming out of his nose there. That was interesting. Alright, so we got a cove. Oh. Oh. Great. Donkey Kong's gonna sue. Oh, and I ran right off the edge. Oh, nope. Alright, got it. Smooth. Everything went well. Everything went according to plan. Don't let your parents tell you otherwise. Oh. I can...
What? Are we quoting... Are we quoting Powerpuff Girls now?
I don't know the quote or context, but...
So, you know how the Powerpuff Girls are created, right?
How they're created? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sugar, spice,
So-
everything nice. Plus, good marketing.
Yes. Accidentally added another chemical. Chemical X.
Chemical plot device.
So there was this one episode where they
Nice,
bring
but-
home a new classmate, and the girls are like, "Oh, this is the professor. He accidentally created us in his laboratory." And he's like, "Oh well, you know."
Oh, I know about this.
And the little girl goes, "Oh, don't worry, Professor. My parents say I was an accident too."
And the professor's face is just like horrified. He's like, "Oh,
And you just don't get that as a kid.
no."
You're just like, "Oh, okay, I don't get it." It's like the time that same show, they quoted Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and you didn't get it.
Oh. I love
Or-
finding
or the
stuff like
time-
that.
Or the time where they have an entire episode where literally almost every single line is either a quote from or title of a Beatles song.
Nice.
And I'm like, why did Powerpuff Girls spend an entire episode just quoting the Beatles? No kid is going to get this. I mean, it's a good episode, even if you don't know the Beatles references, but still, like, the Beatles references is like half of what makes it great.
Oh. Derp. Yeah. It's like, I was saying, I think I was talking to some of my family members that Mulan, just as a movie, gets a lot funnier when you're an adult, and the entire scene where she is, like, taking a bath, and, like,
Yes.
the Three Stooges come along. And
Okay.
I am Yao, King of the Rock.
King of the Rock.
And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Put your pants on, dude. I think me and Ping can take you. I'm not going to take anyone.
I'm like, nope. No way. And she's like standing there horrified at the entire encounter. It's so great. She's just like, "Ah!"
So
I never want to see another man again. Yeah! Every single faceless NPC just runs right by.
So, one of my dad's favorite movies is this John Carpenter film called Big Trouble in Little China, right?
Keep up the good work, Spyro.
Really
I
great
expect
film.
Nasty
Suggest to
really
everyone.
starting to worry about you.
It's a lot of fun.
Shaking in my
The
North
main
boots
villain
if I
of
were
that,
him.
I only remember. Hold up. So the main villain of that movie is oh shit, what's his name? I'm looking this up. I don't want to get this wrong.
Big Trouble in Little China wasn't Jackie Chan. That was oh, what's that movie called?
Big Trip.
Oh, what was it? Jackie Chan. Someone else. I can't remember his name.
But yeah, no. So the villain of Big Trouble in Little China is played by actor James Hong. And I'm watching the movie with my dad again last week, and I'm like, Lopan's voice sounds super familiar. Where am I thinking he's from? What is like catching me on his voice? And I'm thinking, and I'm thinking, and I'm thinking, and like, I'm just running through like all the different places I could have heard his voice, and then I hit Mulan, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the clipboard guy from Mulan.
Good old clipboard
So
guy.
if you ever want to see him play a legitimately funny / awesome villain in a movie, Little Trouble in Big Trouble in Little China is right there.
It's like that sneaky pit in Dark Souls 2. When you're facing the, I'm totally not Gwen boss. What's his name? Big demon in the lava pit. Oh, right, this is the... Ow!
I can't remember.
The Old Iron King. Old Iron King. There's just one little lava pit in the back of the arena that you can barely see, and you can roll right into it. You just fall straight through. Haven't got to that point yet, but I don't know. Ooh, thank you, rat. Never thought I'd say those words, but hey. Ow! These are going to be the death of me. I just want everyone to know that right now. To answer the question that I had earlier, I think this game does have that difficulty spike. That or I'm just being stupid. Oh, I have a jump button. I was like, how am I ever going to get through this part? I can't breathe fire or headbutt through the barrels. Whatever shall I do? Alright. I can jump. Yahoo! Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Yahoo! Yippee!
So long, Gay Bowser. Oh gosh, that is one of my favorite misheard moments in a game.
I agree. What is my favorite misheard? Oh, no. My favorite misheard moment is when I was a kid, listening to Digimon. In the theme song, they say Digimon are the champions, but I always misheard it as Digimon Garlic Champions. Digimon, digital monsters, digital garlic
Digimon
champions.
Garlic champions.
It works. It works.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so
Oh,
as
yeah.
I looked it up online, and there are like pictures of like Digimon with their faces just on top of cloves of garlic, and I'm like, I wasn't the only one.
It's when I worked at Kroger, there was a song like I would always close close the deli, which is where I worked, and there was a song that constantly came on in the Kroger Muzak selection,
Mm-hmm.
and I swear, for the longest time, what I heard was a song singing up, like randomly in the chorus, singing about renowned children's author Richard Scarry.
Wow, I never thought I'd be rescued.
And I'll
Especially
wait
by
till this
such
dragon's
a little
done.
dragon. What I mean is, I always believed in you, Spyro.
You gotta believe.
That's the first dragon, I think, whoever wasn't like, oh, you're the hero, Spyro. That was the first guy who ever's been like, ha, you're small.
But you know, so the actual lyric of that song is "Voices Carry,"
Oh.
and for the longest time, I thought the singer was singing about the guy who wrote Busy Town, Richard Scarry, and it's just so confusing because it didn't match any of the other lyrics. I'm like, I have to be mishearing this, but I don't know what the hell else it could be.
Yeah, exactly. That's the funny thing about mishearing things, is because if you don't know what it's actually supposed to be, you will be eternally confused.
Yeah.
Ow!
It's sort of like I left my brains down in Africa.
I left my brains down in Africa.
What I want to do is make a remix of that song with "Don't They Know It's Christmas Time at All."
Ooh. This looks like all sorts of no. Huh. I get the key when you have explosions.
I actually don't think I've tried to blow that one up. It worked. I am amazed and
Woo!
stupefied.
I am the stupid.
Thank you, Pepe.
It is me, Pepe Le Pew. There's a weird hallway to go down.
I still love
Did I miss something?
Dave Chappelle's bit on Pepe Le Pew. Like, good lord, that was hilarious.
I don't think I've seen that one.
So Dave Chappelle's talking about like going back and watching old kids cartoons. He's like, you realize stuff that was you didn't realize about this shit before. He's like, yeah, I was showing my son Pepe Le Pew, and I was like, okay, now watch this guy. He's funny. And I started watching, and I was like, oh God, what kind of serial rapist is this guy? and my son's just like, haha, yeah, Pepe's funny. Somebody just gotta grab the pussy.
Oy vey.
I mean, yes, this is exactly why like there is problems with like I will always admit there are problems with Pepe Le Pew. Like he is a very freaking creepy guy.
Yeah, Pepe Le Pew, Master Roshi kind of is starting to be like getting to some real negative light.
Yes, like early Master Roshi, like in Super they've toned him down.
Yeah, in Super they've definitely toned him down from what he originally was. The other one is I just realized that cannon in the background has eyes on it. Aw, that's cute. And like a little Larry boy plunger cannon at the side. All right. Anyway, the other one, a show that it would never be released in this modern day, is Johnny Bravo. Holy cow! Although with him, the joke was like, none of the stuff he did ever worked. So it was kind of, it didn't make it any better, but at least the message was. He always got
the
slapped
was,
by.
Yeah, it was a joke on the stereotypical Californian surfer boy. Do the mocha with me.
Do the monkey. Twilight Harbor.
Yeah.
All right, tweens, we're gonna go into werewolf and vampire territory.
Yay!
Yay!
I honestly haven't rewatched Johnny Bravo in a long time.
I don't think you can find Johnny Bravo anywhere.
Oh, you definitely can. If before it was released on DVD, I can find the original Eat Man series.
Yeah, true.
We can find Johnny Bravo.
Exactly.
Daily Motion's probably got it. Daily Motion's got everything if you look far enough.
I got a guy with a Gatling gun here.
I've heard so many. I've actually heard people complain about this new section of the remaster.
What about it?
So, if you let these guys shoot at you, you'll notice that their weapons don't shoot like bullets or anything. It's basically Splatoon guns.
Oh, okay.
Right? Well, except for old knife bomb thrower here.
Yeah.
But people were like, "Well, that's not how it was in the original. And original was like actually like they shoot bullets, and, like slow moving bullets and all that."
I am in quite the pickle. Oh,
I don't know if you can get anywhere from here.
I don't know, but I'm gonna try. Ooh, wait. No, I don't think so either. But I'm gonna try to stay here as long as I can. Oh no, there I go.
But yeah, so I've heard people complain that it's not like the original. They changed things up, and I'm like, it's fine. This bit,
Yeah.
I have a legitimate complaint about one change they made because it pisses me off.
Yeah, I'm fine with stuff like that. Holy cow, that guy's got an arm. Mr. Brett Favre over here. exactly. I don't know. Da-da-da-da. Oh, wow. It is Splatoon. That is a game I could not get into it. And the thing that really bothered me about the game was, you know how in Call of Duty they'll just pair you up with people who are like level 50-something, right?
Yeah, just whoever's on, doesn't matter.
Yeah, whoever's
if you're
on.
Same skill level or not.
Yeah. They do the same thing in
In Splatoon?
in Splatoon, except the difference is that in that game, you can get better guns the higher level you are. So the higher level people are using straight up better guns, like stat-wise, range-wise, everything-wise.
Rescuing me.
Wait, who are you?
Are we talking the original or 2?
2 is the most recent. Is the only one I've played, actually.
Oh, okay. I don't think, strictly speaking... I mean, there's no gun that's, like, perfect on all stats. So they can get different guns. And they can get guns with different, loadouts.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like the same gun, it's just better than yours because they're higher level. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe Call of Duty does the same thing, but I've never... I don't know.
It does,
Yeah.
because I'm leveling up some of my guns. And so I can get different loadouts on them than other people can. So...
Yeah.
So you can do the same thing in Fallout. Fallout.
Be on the lookout for North Commandos, Spyro.
Call of Duty.
They better be on
Okay.
the lookout for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cletus, take the reel.
Cletus! Oh, I was gonna say it when we were in a conversation. Cletus, take the wheel.
Take it from my hand.
My hands. Something, something, don't know the rest of this bit.
I still love the picture of a guy driving in a little, small race car type thing, and one of his tires is flying off down the road, and the comment is
Jesus,
the
wrong
underlying
wheel.
word is not that wheel.
Jesus, not that wheel. You can't grab the wheel. Not like this.
Not like this.
That movie
Speaking
has... Oh, no. Okay, so Pokemon the Movie 2000 has my favorite quote in any Pokemon movie ever. So,
No,
that's
but
the
I've
mo-
got Krabbies.
No, not that one. But it's the same movie. It's the one with Lugia. And at
Yeah.
one point in time, the bad guy is like trying to collect all the legendary birds. So he's trying to collect all the legendary birds, and he says, "I am a collector." And then Misty goes, "What kind of sick person just sits here and collects Pokemon?" And it's like, I don't know, maybe the water Pokemon collector? Like...
Maybe the person whose family is engaged in using Pokemon not for battle or anything, but for art shows.
But for art shows, like, that was the weirdest line I think I've ever seen. It's like, okay, if you're gonna say, like, oh, they shouldn't be collected, it's like, okay, fine. But, like, when the person who's stating this actively collects them,
Yes.
I'm like, what on earth are you talking about? And it's one of those things
It's
where,
like
like,
the whole... I mean, they basically, like, revisited that in Black and White.
yeah, I don't know, Black and White was more... I mean, they did, but my problem with Black and White was at the end they were like, nope, they were just evil all along. So they, like, kind of
It's
hit
like-
upon that.
Yeah. I mean, my whole thing with the people
Ow.
from Black and White is I'm just like, wait a minute. So your whole thing is you shouldn't use you shouldn't capture Pokemon and use them for battle. All right, this is a legitimate, thing that could be going on in this world. But your modus operandi is to either A, steal them, or B, use Pokemon you captured
Yeah.
to try and beat up the Pokemon they have.
Yeah. My favorite. Get me out of here. I don't have another life. Let's go a long way. My favorite thing about that is if you read the manga for Pokemon, which they do have a manga, N's whole thing was
They've had several. Yeah.
They have had several over the time, which is really fascinating to learn about. N in that series was a hardcore dude, so he could still communicate and like talk to Pokemon because they kept him in a room all of his life and basically said you're gonna only interact with Pokemon, and then we're gonna use you later, which obviously has no negative psychological damage to a child whatsoever.
Let it go.
Exactly. Let it go, exactly. But he's talking to the female protagonist. I can't remember which one she is, black or white, because they always name the main characters after the colors of the games, which is really funny when you have a guy running around named Emerald, but he is in the Ferris wheel. When you meet him on the Ferris wheel, it's that scene. And he essentially goes, the girl is a contest, combatant. She, goes into contests and everything, and she has a Tepig. And the Tepig is they don't battle, they don't like to battle, blah, blah, blah. And he basically forces her to do a Pokemon battle on the Ferris wheel with the Servine during the versus the Tepig. And then we're just gonna do the boss right here and there. Alright. And then you get that done. And then they battle. The Tepig wins, and he's like, look at your Pokemon. Look how happy it is. It wants to battle. It wants to fight. It wants to compete. It doesn't want to go into contests. And she's like, no, Tepig, no, you don't like to battle and everything else. He's like, you're wrong. You're leading your Pokemon astray. And then he literally kidnaps the Tepig and takes the girl, throws her out of the Ferris wheel with the Serviper. Not the Serviper. The Serpine. And I was like, holy crap. What did I just witness? It was brutal. Brutal. It was brutal. I forgot I could move. So this is Nasty Nork, which means the last level in this area is probably the collect all the things and you can get in here. Oh, we're just... We're doing this. He's got a hammer that fires laser beams. Let it be known that Nasty Gnorc is a Jace main in League of Legends.
God dang it. Now I want to see a Nasty Gnorc fan-made Jace outfit. Screw Jace being the best-looking character in League. I want him to be Nasty Gnorc.
Dang, you actually gotta chase this guy down. What happens if you go this way? Oh, you actually cut him off! Dang it! Whoa. The utmost focus. blasted the wrong way. Yes, got him. All right.
I know
Yes.
that like the point of games is to like have the boss be actually beatable. This is another one of those situations where I'm like, why doesn't he keep the keys where you can't reach them since you're
Yeah.
a small dragon?
Exactly. It's like I would say the number one trappings of a new DM would be to make a villain whose plan is like unbeatable. Because it's like if your villain was like actually a good like villain, like actually made no mistakes and everything, then you wouldn't get like he wouldn't. Ooh, I just straight up died. Like you would only know about his world-destroying plan when the Earth like snaps in half. And it's kind of difficult sometimes to make a villain who is fallible. Oh, I gotta do that whole thing
Right.
again. Dang. All right, this is brutal. All right, let's do this. This is the challenge, everyone. Oh, went the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, I think the difference between like making a villain in Dungeons and Dragons and making a villain in a video game, like let's take Nasty Nork here for example.
Okay.
You'd never have you could have a villain where his idea is he's just going to set himself up in a place you can't reach and fire at you. That makes sense. He's safe. He thinks he's safe, and he can attack the heroes who might show up. So on that level, Nasty Nork here has got a good idea. The problem is he's, for some reason, he has placed. You have to get the second key.
Okay.
He's placed the means for you to get to him within easy reach, which a DM would never have a villain do.
Yeah.
At least not so obviously.
Mhm.
I mean, the heroes could find... the heroes could try and, get the villain's attention while their rogue attempts to disable what the machine that has him above the hero's reach.
Yeah.
The mage attempts to undo the spells. That totally works. Now, of course, Spyro here, he's not a rogue, he's not a mage. Not within his, not within his abilities. So, so even this Nasty Nork fight could be reconstrued to a much more applicable situation.
Yeah.
I think what I've always really wanted to do for a boss fight is
Fudge! No! 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 Oh, crap. Okay. This is the final boss, boys and girls. All
Yeah.
who are watching right now.
all y'alls.
All y'alls.
I mean, I mean, let's be honest. I would love to DM a campaign where the last battle with the villain ends up like the finale of Brotherhood.
Of what Brotherhood?
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Okay. with the like
with,
end of the
with
world.
Basically, the end of the world, yeah, all that stuff is sort of meh. More like the villain, like it's taken pretty much every single person giving their utmost, and only one person has enough strength left to actually deal the final blow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that would feel more rewarding
Mm-hmm.
for a player to,
Yeah.
you know, it ends up sort of being Dragon Ball Z, take my strength for the Spirit Bomb type of situation.
Yeah.
But I think Brotherhood did it better because it wasn't so blatant.
Yeah. Oh, the cutscene saved me. Alright. Don't quite know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Perhaps getting close enough to... Close enough to him to do some... Let me explore a little bit more. Because I am the confuzzled. Not really confuzzled, just not knowing... You know, am I missing a detail? I thought for sure there'd be like a ton of barrels here. Know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, I totally
Nasty
thought
Nork-
I could fly. That was
Nasty Nork
awkward.
is a,
Yeah.
he's a very different boss. Very, like, of all the bosses in the Spyro games, Nasty Nork is the most un-video game boss-like, aside from the two keys.
Hmm.
But I will always praise the fact that Nasty Nork does not follow too many of the boss video game tropes. But that also means that when you first meet him, you're like, what the hell am I supposed to do?
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of like that right now. I'm like, do I just catch... Because there's so many instances in this game where I'm like, you just have to, like, catch up to him, right? Or, like, I have to do something really fast and sneaky. And it ends up being just, no, run faster. But, I don't know. That section seems to be moving in that direction. So I will just do that. I don't know. I'm telling you though, if you play through a Souls game all the way through and really like that series, the way you play video games is going to change. You're going to be looking around corners, looking where you shouldn't. Like the whole standing at a corner like this and using the camera to peer around the corner, I will do that all the time.
Mario!
Mario! Mario!
Da, 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 da. Oh.
Oh no!
I don't know.
Praise the Lord.
I think,
Alright.
yeah. I think if you play through any representation of a specific video game section, it will change up how you play other games. Like, I know, because I've played so many JRPG games,
Yeah.
the way I play any game has changed drastically. I never go where I'm supposed to first. I'm very, very stingy on my inventory in any game. Like, even games where, like, it's super easy to come by this stuff. I cannot tell you how little I have used potions in Pokemon. Like
Okay.
never. even against the Elite Four.
Yeah, because you've always overtrained and everything.
I've either overtrained or I use type advantage all the time.
Oh yeah.
But I have like never used items in Pokemon,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I've never really asked around, but I get the feeling I might be in the minority for that. I've never even used Repel.
Yeah, I never used Repel, but I will agree. I used the crap out of type advantage. I abused that like nonstop when I play Pokemon. I was always if you see the team that I use to beat the game, I never have a defensive or status inflicting like Pokemon. And I never really use like tanks or anything. It's always brawlers or straight all-out attackers. Like so I use potions constantly because I am always like actually challenge myself with Ultra Sun. Like Ultra Sun, let that sink in for a moment. The latest game, well, second latest game.
Well,
to not that every Pokemon needed to have some status move or something like that. Because I was not using them. Come on.
you know what the most overpowered move in Pokemon is?
What?
Attract.
It is. It truly is. Get 2 Pokemon that know Attract. One male, one female. Your opponent is never going to do anything.
Well, here was the funny thing. Back when I was... we didn't play, like, super competitively, but I was with a group that we would train teams to fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of the guys were, like, really into training the best of the best Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that were just on the rankings that were allowed and, like, sort of on the cusp, and you really questioned the whole thing. And so it was a lot of Charizard, which was Mega Evolved. This was before Sun and Moon came out, so this was when Mega Evolutions were still really big.
Yep.
So it'd be Charizard that Mega Evolved, Dragonites. If they could get away with it, they would have 2s and all that shit. Hydreigions.
God
that
bless
stuff.
fairy types. Hydreigon
So-
was a monster before fairy types were introduced. But anyway, go on.
Yeah. So one time, I was like, you know what? I've got this little Pokemon that I played through Black and White with. It's one of my favorite Pokemon I ever played with. And I think this Pokemon that I didn't IV train, I didn't like breed to have the best EVs or anything. I might be getting those 2 acronyms mixed up. But anyway, I didn't even Pokerus this Pokemon.
Yep.
I was like, I think this Pokemon can beat these guys. It was my Audino.
Oh yeah.
It was my Audino with Attract, and I was like, okay, statistically, Charizards and Dragonites are going to be male.
Yep.
Like, it is almost impossible to like get away from that. I think it's like a 75%, 80% chance of them being male. And I was like, all right, I got this on lockdown. Because I before, when I've been fighting these guys, I was like, I never really checked the gender of the Pokemon. So now I was like, okay, don't know if this will work, but F it, we're going with Omnum. So we get into a doubles match. It's me and my brother versus these 2 guys. They bring out them, they're like, oh, we got this, we got this. They bring out their 2 Dragonites at the same time. My brother, I can't remember what move he used, but he used one that flinched the other guy, the other Dragonite, and I used Attract on the first one. And then I used Attract on the second one.
Yeah. So.
And then my brother brought out his boosting Pokemon.
Oh no.
And he boosted the hell out of my Audino and himself. And then we wiped the floor with these guys.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was so satisfying.
No, stupid ledge. Okay. The best thing about a tract is if you want a really deadly set, you give a tract to a Pokemon, but you also give something like Thunder Wave, because a tract is not considered a status effect, so you can stack paralysis on top of a tract, so they only get to use their move 25% of the time. It
Right.
will destroy. There we go. Got it. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, no. That is... Okay. Oh, my word. All right. Quick drink break. Oh, okay. Heart attack over. Now, when he inevitably breaks these platforms... I've played too many games to know where this is going. Okay. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh. This is brutal.
Yep, he doesn't break the platforms retract.
Oh. Oh, this boss. Ah. This was the difficulty spike I was talking about.
Yep.
I knew it was in here somewhere. I knew it. All kids games in the 90s or like earlier on did this.
I mean, to be honest, have you played the original Sonic?
No.
Okay. That game did not have a difficulty spike. That game was just pissed on you the whole time.
I think I've heard that it was very difficult. Was it the Dark Souls of platformers?
Oh boy, don't we start on that.
Or is Dark Souls just the Sonic of...
Dark
cracked-
Souls is the Sonic of adventure games.
It's the Sonic of adventure games. You heard it here first, folks. Dark Souls is ripping off Sonic the Hedgehog.
So wait, could you say that Dark Souls is the third Sonic adventure?
Yes, you could. Yes, you could.
Oh, poor Sonic.
Poor Sonic, indeed. All I want for Christmas is a Shadow the Hedgehog remastered. Me and, like, one other person.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is, the problem really is Sega attempts to appease all their fans, and thereby appeases very few of them.
Yeah.
Because I can't say that it's the fans' fault for what's happened to Sonic, because that's not entirely true. And I can't really say it's Sega's fault for entirely what's happened to Sonic, because they've been attempting to appease the fans. You know, it's a bit of both. But given the fact that they're the ones that created that they created the game, Sega holds a bit more blame.
Yeah.
Because whenever a Sonic game comes, you get people who are like, I don't want his friends. And you get people who are like, well, I don't mind the friends. And you get people who are like, well, I enjoyed Shadow the Hedgehog. And you get people who don't enjoy Shadow the Hedgehog. And you get people that enjoyed Sonic Unleashed. Or Sonic and the Secret Rings. And of course, no one ever forgets the fact that Sonic 06 was a thing.
Bestiality. Whoa. Go watch Tom Sanders. There's our better YouTuber plug-in for the stream. There we go. Okay, now I know I don't have to race through this next part. Good thing I've mastered flying. Oh, like they're doing this while you're doing the thing. Oh look, sodium chloride.
My old nemesis.
My old nemesis.
Stairs.
Stairs. That was me in a movie. Why did I go that way? Why did... Salt. The salt is growing thicker in me. Although don't worry, folks. I have a high salt level. I played both Dark Souls and League of Legends. Hopefully. Hopefully I have a high salt tolerance. And I live in the US, so I eat a lot more sodium than I should. There you go. Nutrition jokes. Check.
I think if you really want to raise your salt tolerance, play Tetris.
See, that's one of those games where initially I'm like, what? Tetris? That wouldn't be salt-induced. And then I think about it more and I'm like, yeah, that would. That'd get pretty bad.
And then, you really want to get some salt going? Play Battle Tetris. Because guess what happens in those? The more lines that you break on your side, you drop blocks on their side.
Oh, good.
That cannot be destroyed unless stuff around them is destroyed.
Yeah. The good things is, like a good Dark Souls player, I've pretty much figured out how this section of the boss encounter goes. As I...
You die several times.
die as I say I understand the level now. Like a true Dark Souls player. I have figured out the boss fight, and the boss patterns immediately gets impaled by spear. What's that? Pride, you say? Well... I stab at thee.
With my horns. Watch out, people. He's a horny stabber.
Gross. A comment. I can't look at the comment right now, but hello, commenter. Come here, you little boo-boo son of a gun.
It's Nate, and he says, watching this boss fight is tilting me, and I'm not even doing anything.
Oh, oh man. I know. My sister the other day was telling me, she's like, I don't usually watch streamers, but I'm watching your stream, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. And she says, there have been moments where I figured out the puzzle, like, way before you, and you keep doing the wrong thing, and she wants to, like, break the controller. I'm like, thanks, McKenna. It really helps me out. Yeah. The most tilted. Okay, so in the realms of being tilted and salty, not rage quitting, the worst I have ever been was facing Holy Blade Ludwig on Bloodborne. I think I fought that boss, not joking, 75 times. And I got to the point where I was so angry. It wasn't like anger like, oh, this stupid blah blah blah, you're like dropping curse words everywhere. No, this was like I was sitting there, just breathing heavily, like... And that was the boss fight. I think I messed up. I didn't mess up. Come on. Alright, there's like a time. There's like a time you need to beat. That's what it is. You're not supposed to catch up to him.
I'm trying to think what the saltiest I've ever been. I think, honestly, one of the saltiest moments for me was...
It's the end right there. Ludwig is my favorite boss so far. It's a good boss, Nate. I'm not gonna lie. It's just, gosh dang. Goodness me. That.
I think saltiest I've ever been was back when I was a serious Dance Dance Revolution player. And I'd just be trying to get that next rank in a difficult song.
Mm-hmm.
You know, try to boost myself up from a B to an A.
Yeah.
Like, that so mad. I'd be like, what do you mean I'm only 300 points off? You mean if I had just gotten that one great to a perfect, I would have made it? Oh, and of course, One Finger Death Punch. But that's only because I'm a completionist, and I was like, I need to beat these levels as perfectly as possible. So, constant rinse and repeat on that.
Yeah. And I am not a perfectionist, as we have all learned by watching this. I just realized that at the end of this, I could rewatch this stream and count how many times I attempted the Nasty Nork fight. And then I could totally make a highlight reel video of Nasty Nork harder than Ludwig, with a bunch of arrows pointing to, like, Nasty Nork or greater than Holy Blade Ludwig.
Oh my gosh, you would set the fandoms on fire with that video. All the Dark Soul tryhards would be like, what do you mean Nasty Nork's harder than Ludwig? And Spyro Fando would be like, what the hell are we getting dragged into Dark Souls for?
It's like, oh no, please no, they're sharpening their trick weapons. All the Get Good memes. How did you do that?
Before? Oh.
Yeah, you're a bit behind me on the,
Yeah. So...
I need to adjust the camera there.
This section?
Yeah.
Is to, as much as possible, charge.
Oh, okay. Cool. Might low-key make that video. If I recount this and it gets to the fact that I've done this more than 75 times, that might be a video I need to make.
No, you've only done it, 10 times?
Oh, you can tell by my lives counter. Right. 10 times?
Well, you gained a life, so...
10 times? Well, that,
Yeah, 10 or 11.
puts quite the damper on things. I'm not nearly there yet. I love how he's still firing beams no matter where I am on this racetrack. Na 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 na. Ba ba da 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 ba. Got him. I'm just running around for fun.
That is the most stupidly dramatic thing I have ever read.
What is? What is the most stupidly dramatic thing you've ever read?
Let me pull it up here.
Do I put Nasty Gnorc into a, Gnasty Gnorc into a Dungeons and Dragons boss? The more I die, the more I'm thinking. The answer to that is yes. No, don't you dare! No! And I got set back.
Alright, here we go.
No! Right in between. That hurts. Oh. How many lives do I have? 7?
7.
Don't nana boo boo me. Please don't have me Crash Bandicoot. Anything but Crash Bandicoot. I don't want to have to go back to the other levels to get flies and stuff like that. Just to... I'm feeling it though. We're getting closer. Closer and closer every time.
I'm really feeling it.
I can feel it now, Mr. Krabs. There we go. Wrong way. Serpentine, serpentine. What's your favorite difficult boss, Josh? And comment below what your favorite difficult boss is. Spyro the Dragon, facing that Gnasty Gnorc. Gnasty Gnorc is the worst ever seen. I
think my favorite difficult boss. Oh, oh shit, what's his name? I can't remember the boss's actual name.
What game?
Ghosts and Goblins for the Sega Genesis.
Is that the entire game, or?
No, I need to pull up the boss's name. Let's see.
No, that backfired. That really backfired. Oh. Whew. Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Ohm or Beelzebub.
And what?
Ghosts and Goblins.
Oh, is that the boss's name?
Yep. Well, there's two different bosses. There's Ohm and Beelzebub.
You get a Buddhist cone and a the devil. Wow, that was the quickest one of those. I feel like I repeat that.
I mean,
every
technically,
time.
I could go for like the actual final boss in that game, which was Lucifer, but he's a cakewalk in comparison to the other bosses. Mostly because the only way you can fight the final boss in Ghosts and Goblins is you have to get a specific weapon, but that specific weapon is the best weapon in the game.
Nice.
So the only way you can fight him is if you, 1, get through the whole game once, and 2, get through the whole game while keeping the best weapon, which is more difficult than it sounds. And then you can fight Lucifer, and at that point, you've got the best weapon. He's a cakewalk, so I really have to give it to Beelzebub. He's the actual, well, strictly speaking, Ghosts and Goblins in and of itself is a boss of a game. But so enjoyable to play through. And as far as I know, I'm still the only one in my family to ever beat one.
Beaten
Of course, I
one?
only beat it on normal. Yeah, I'm the only one in my family that I know of to have beaten a Ghosts and Goblins game. Like any of them. So.
Oh, you get a life every single time you hit him. Or not every single time you hit him, but...
Well, you get a pearl. Oh, Kevin's here.
Oh, I did not... I hit the X button, but I didn't fully let go of the square button. And hi, Kevin. Welcome to Pain. Will Ganasty Nord be harder than Ludwig, the Holy Blade? Find out on this stream. Because I haven't wasted 75 lives, but boy oh boy does it feel like it. Nah, it doesn't feel like it yet. I'm not at the point where I'm screaming profanities, and then at the point where I just completely shut down as a human being. I was at a small group. Ow! I was looking at chat, distracted me. Now I'm on one little blue Sparky. Doesn't matter too much. All the deaths have been pretty instant, so it's not like matters too much. Nate can tell you everything that's been happening, Kevin. That and Josh. How tortured it's been watching me do this. Oh, and he laughs at you too. Tastes so good. There we go. Do. Ganasty car. Do the Gnascar section. Stinking comments causing me to watch.
Ah, here it is. Get back to that.
Don't stop. Don't stop.
Yeah,
Can't
pretty
stop.
much, Kevin. This is what it's been. Not yet.
But I'd miss you playing Riptos Rage. Oh. Oh, that's good. Tastes so good. Salt gathers in me. Will I beat this level? Will I have to grind for levels? Will I
Well,
have to
strictly
do
speaking, no.
Good. I started playing Bloodborne again, and absolutely got thrashed by Father Gascoigne. Like, killed and beaten repeatedly. And I'm in the middle of like farming for blood vials and silver bullets. And by golly, I miss my Estus flasks. When you play that game, you gotta farm for blood vials. Goodness me, you miss them. You miss them. We're getting into stage 2. Sorry for the no dialogue I'm forcing. Dialogue I'm forcing? Conversation I'm focusing. Apparently not very hard. Or very hard, because I just messed up my first language. So I've discovered something recently that most people probably already know about. But Robin Williams' stand-up comedy... Comedy? Comedy?
Yeah, you've
Comedy.
been saying it right.
Oh. It just felt wrong to me, I don't know why. It's really funny.
Oh, yeah.
Slipping into the rings of madness.
Did you see his bit on golf?
I have. I saw his bit on golf a while ago. I saw his bit on kids, or being a father, alcohol, and marijuana. And then his thing on cocaine. So funny. Absolutely
Golf.
hilarious.
Where you can dress like a pimp and nobody cares.
Yes! We could dress like a pimp and nobody says otherwise. Ha 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 ha!
I've
love
got
his-
a great idea for a sport.
A great idea for a sport.
I'm gonna put a ball in a gopher hole. Oh, like a pool. No, not like with a pool. Not with a straight stick, with a little fucked up stick.
18 times!
And every time you miss the ball, you feel like you're gonna have a stroke. Oh, that's what we'll call it, a stroke.
Come
My
on,
favorite bit.
yes! Praise the Lord Jesus, hallelujah.
Oh, like a bowling. No, not like a bowling. Not straight. I'll put things in the way. Trees and bushes and high grass. Or you can lose your ball. Oh, and here's the kicker. Right at the end, I'm gonna put a little flag to give you fucking hope.
Got my button. Getting tilted. Getting tilted. I can feel it. Heart rate's rising. I'll tell you one thing. You want to get high? You want to get high without buying other drugs? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go run a marathon. Run 26 miles. Why? Because your body is basically pumping amphetamines right into your bloodstream. Your brain's saying, hey, if you don't start hurting me, I'll start hurting you. Because at 3 miles, you're like, I'm doing great. I love life. At 6 miles, you're doing, I'm not so good. 23 miles, you're doing, why the F did I do this to myself? I love his body language and everything he does with that.
Yes.
Part of me is like, I want to preach like that. Just go nuts on the stage. Just keep those movements up, being that loud and dramatic and slowing down and speeding back up and telling jokes. I mean, half the Pentecostals in the room will think, oh my goodness, he's being... he's being influenced by the Spirit. Catholics being like, he's being influenced by some spirit, all right.
I love Robin Williams thing on the French. Ah, boo, hiss. Oh, you crass Americans with your political correctness and your... The Germans! Hello, Americans!
The Germans.
Come in! Oh, we love you! We'll build a Disneyland next to Paris! Oh, it will be beautiful! We won't go there, but, you know, it'll be great! We'll have a Minnie Mouse with armpit hair!
We'll have a Minnie Mouse with armpit hair.
I never loved Mickey.
I never loved the Mickey. She's been with Donald Duck the whole time. The plot has been thickened.
No, look, we're gonna go with that. We'll go with my favorite joke. So.
Oh, I
Mickey
love
Mouse.
that. I know what you're gonna say, but you can go ahead.
Mickey Mouse is waiting in his lawyer's office. I'll wait till after this nasty Nork bit.
Hallelujah! Oh, you son of a gun!
You're toast, Nork.
That was it. That was it?
I told you, Nasty Nork's boss battle breaks every trope.
Sorry I took so long. Almost forgot about you guys.
What about Ganasty Ganork?
Nasty Nork is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to find.
What will you do next?
I'd say the sky's the limit.
That was it. I thought there was going to be another phase where I actually fought him.
Nope. Nasty Nork only has 2 phases. If you don't count the...
Aw, that's cute. We're gonna get all these pictures of Spyro and some of the dragons we fought. That was good.
Yeah.
You know that moment when you finally defeat that boss that's been giving you a hard time, you release all the
Yes.
salt and there's Zen. And you're like, my word! I've been enlightened! This is what the Buddha was talking about the whole time.
Screw sitting under a tree for a couple days just for the Dark Souls boss, man.
Yeah, exactly. Beat Ornstein and Smo without getting hit and you will achieve enlightenment. Aw, the cook. These are super cute. I like them. So... this is some soothing music, I'd agree. Overall thoughts on Spyro 1. 0 out of 10. I'm kidding. It's a good game. I liked it. You know, there are games where I would definitely say these are games for kids. Spyro. Kirby games that aren't ridiculously hard and you can kind of breeze through them. And then there are games like Mario or something like that where they're much more advanced for their time. Or for their age. Some of the levels can be just bone-crushingly hard. And other ones can be nice. This game I would fit right in between those. Although, then again, I am 20-something years old, so... Psycho Spyro. It's Hamlet with dragons!
Don't give Disney ideas.
Nah, they're okay making live-action versions of their old classics. That and Star Wars and Marvel movies.
Though I've heard a lot of people talking shit about the live-action Lion King the last couple of days.
I mean, the only one I've seen is that it's not technically a live-action movie because they're all CG lions against a CG background, so it's technically animated. But I haven't heard anything else other than that.
I've just heard people being like, it's not as bright as and colorful as the original.
What? That's ridiculous.
Okay, so wait. This might have passed by already. Kevin, in the dragon that is comforting Spyro over the broken plate. Someone pointed this out. The figure on the broken plate is Cinder.
I don't know who that is, but Kevin's gonna react to that here in a couple seconds. Maybe? No. Guess he's not gonna react. Alright. That's super cool. I just know that Seth Rogen is Pumbaa in this next Lion King, and I'm not a huge Seth Rogen fan, but I'm not like gonna throw something at the TV.
Yeah, Cinder's from the second trilogy, A New Beginning and all that. The one where Spyro was voiced by Elijah Wood, and Sparks was voiced by not one, not two, but 3 separate voice actors, one for every game.
All right. So, you know what? I'm gonna throw caution to the wind. And I'm gonna start Ripto's Rage.
Yes.
Right now. I don't see any reason why not. Love the dragons, love the levels, like the colors, but that's more of the remastered version in general.
Didn't play any of the flight levels.
No, I did not. Are you salty about that, or? I played it once and I was
bit.
like, nah. A little bit salty.
A little bit salty.
I apologize.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm not going back, but I apologize. Oh, this is art director. This is India stuff. Okay. I'm looking at all these names. I'm like, where on earth was this game made? I think the flight levels get a little better each game. Eh. Man, if I turned that corner and had Gnasty Gnorc zap me with his lightning mace and killed me right at the end there, I think I would have lost it.
Well, the thing is, though, it only deals... He only deals 1 point of damage with those hits. And Sparks was still at gold, so you still would have had 2, you get 1, 2,
That's good.
3, 4 hits in total. So you would have had 3 hits left.
Okay, good. Spyro there with his agent. These are cute. I like these.
Mm-hmm. Now the credits are the same for every game, so they don't do this same thing for 2 or anything.
Oh, so this is stuff from 1, 2, and 3 I'm looking at?
No, just 1.
Oh, so they don't spoil anything. Cool.
Yep.
How is he in the cake? I'd be concerned that dragon as well.
I'm more curious as what kind of cake requires a cherry on top.
I don't know. Milkshake cake.
You can skip the credits now if you want. That's all the...
Cool. There it is. I was gonna say, I don't know what button I just hit, but I skipped it. Alright. So, we are now going to go for Ripto's Rage. The sequel. Not Squeakquel. This is not Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh Lord, please, no.
Oh. And the last mysterious level that will never be opened. Alright. Ripto's Rage. It's got a blue background instead of a purple one. And I'm okay with that. Alright. Let's begin. Saw a video about this game. Like a joke video, so I kind of think I know what's going on. In the World of Dragons. A documentary by David Attenborough.
No, I think you mean David Dragonborough.
David Dragonborough.
Is this rain ever gonna stop? I've forgotten what the sun looks like. We should go on vacation. Somewhere warm. Somewhere sunny. Dragon Shores, yeah! I haven't been there since we kicked Nasty Nork's butt. How about it, Sparks? You up for a vacation at the beach? Last one there's a Nork!
That wasn't part of the original game, correct?
Is it working, Professor?
No, that was part of the original game.
Just a few more adjustments to these orbs and...
Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Bringing a dragon here could just make Ripto more angry.
Calm down, Hunter, and stop fidgeting.
But you saw the professor's book. They have claws like this, and teeth like this, and they can spit fire like this. They sound much more dangerous than Ripto.
That's exactly the point. A dragon is our only chance of stopping Ripto, and you know it.
It's working! It's working! I've got a dragon! Huh? Whoa,
I see you gotta...
rough landing.
Hang on,
Hi,
I'll wait.
Which way's the beach? Huh? Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before?
You're a dragon?
You got a problem with that, pussycat?
Oh!
Well, someone forgot to invite me to the party. Were you trying to keep something from me? A dragon? You brought a dragon to Avalar? I hate dragons. Yeah! Crush! Kill it! Kill it! Go, you imbecile! You ate my scepter! I'll deal with you later!
Who was that jerk?
That was Ripto, and we have to get rid of him. He's causing all sorts of trouble around here, but I haven't got time to explain. Here, take this magic guide to Avalar. It'll help you begin to understand our worlds. Right now, I have to follow Ripto and see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest, okay?
Hey, wait a minute! How do we get ourselves into these messes, pal?
I see they do the traditional sequel where we gotta fit more plot in.
Yeah.
So now there's a chick and a resistance and a Mickey Mouse here to remind us of our impending overlords.
Hi, Spyro!
Oh! How you doing, Spyro? Enjoying your last minutes of freedom before we take you over? What? Nothing! Nothing at all!
Hi, Spyro. Welcome to Glimmer. Unfortunately for us,
Welcome to
Obama
Glimmer.
Blizzard just showed up and started stealing all of our gems.
Oh, I
Can
missed the
you
old
stop
voice.
them?
Pogo the Gem Cutter. I don't want to stop them.
Kangaroo rat or kangaroo mouse? I think it's a kangaroo mouse.
Still burn the local wildlife. The local wildlife.
Now, before you say anything about it, because this will come up, since this is technically a standalone game, and they didn't block you from playing any of the games in any order, you will have to hear people tell you how to do charges and how to defeat large enemies again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I mean, I think there's a difference. I mean, there's a difference between rats and mice, so why wouldn't there be a difference between a kangaroo mouse and a kangaroo rat? If there is such a thing as a kangaroo rat. Now I'm curious.
They're probably Degus. Which, if you really want a cute little animal, look up at Degu. Oh, I have burned your banner. What do you think now, Mickey?
If you can find my
Okay,
friend
yes,
Twitchy,
kangaroo mice and kangaroo rats are two different species.
Oh,
Kangaroo mice
I get it.
live in the
I get
United
it.
States.
I get it, little mouse guy. I get it. I get it. You're all like, if you do this, you'll be able to help me and my friends out. By the way, my friend that you totally need to save is going to pay you for the job. I see how you roll, you little...
Yes, according to Wikipedia, they are two different animals. So.
Hi, Spyro. I'm a friend of Alora's, and she asked me to help you out. Whenever
Who's Alora?
you find me, I'll remember your progress. Like that zap means that if you get into trouble, oh,
See you around. Okay. Oh, Alora's the satyr, right?
Yeah.
You the guy that's going to pay me?
We gem cutters are a bit too short to climb these ladders, and it looks like you are
So,
too. After
before
you
you
learn
go
to
too much
climb,
farther,
come
I
back to
wanna
Glimmer to see me.
inform you of a funny moment from one of the later games. So you notice how the fairy saved your progress by zapping you?
Mm-hmm.
They make a joke about that in one of the games not in the trilogy, where she zaps you, and she's like, I'll save your progress like this, and she hits your head with it, and also, you'll lose 1 million brain cells. Wow, 1 million brain cells? That seems a bit excessive. Zap! I mean, that
She's
seems a bit overpowered. Zap! Okay, that's fine.
She's a fawn, you dork. Well, I'm sorry, Kevin. I was under the impressions that fawns run on 4 legs and aren't sentient. So if I see a fawn standing on 2 legs, I think satyr. And if they if you're probably right. It's better that she's a fawn. Because if she was a satyr, this game about to get rated X.
Ah, you must be the dragon everyone's talking about. Well, dragon or not, I'm afraid there is a
Okay,
small fee to
the
open
misconstruing you're
It will
having
cost you
there
100
is
of
that...
your gems to cross.
Oh, hold up.
No.
You'll have to pay up sooner or later. It's the only way across. I have to look after my Avalar's financial well-being. You know.
He just looks disgruntled like, how dare you, insolent dragon.
I just love how he like instantly grabs his cash and is like, no. But no, so Kevin spelled fawn with a U instead of a W. Fawn with a W is a small deer. Fawn with a U is
Back
akin
again,
to a
eh?
satyr.
Oh,
Thank you, Mr. Dragon.
so I'm a jerk, is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that I didn't know that there was a difference between Fawn with a U and Fawn with a W.
Oh,
It's
okay.
an
To
interesting
get a good
info
look
for
around,
me.
press the action button.
Indeed. Action button to look around. Not a jerk, a dork. That's fine. Are you Whiskers?
Spyro, thanks for helping us fight off the lizards. Please take this talisman of glimmer as a sign of.
Just make it sound like Spyro's suddenly a collecting man.
This magic portal next to me will take you to Summer Forest, one of the home worlds
Just gonna
of
break
Avalon.
some of their fingers if they don't tell them where Whiskers is.
Yeah. Now you listen here. You got the wrong... Aren't you Spyro? Nah. The name's... My name's
Morphous.
Tom. My name's Morphous. They call me the Dragon Mafia member. Now you're gonna tell me where your little people are, or else I'm gonna have to break your little kneecaps. And you're not gonna like it when I break your little kneecaps, now are you? Now you listen here. So I get it. There's gonna be a winter place, a summer place, a spring place, and a fall place, hub world, and they're going to lead to a bunch of other areas and collect the things and do the things and a whole lot of yuck, yuck, yuck.
Pretty much curly.
Nice. I'm entering the summer forest. Nani? Let the jokes about the current year continue. 171. Crisp year.
171 AD.
Oh no! Oh, hello. We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves before. My name is Alora.
Hi. I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh.
Sorry.
I give it, Kevin.
Gem cutters and glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir, too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What, is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
Well, there are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all
What?
magical. If you can collect enough of them, they can be used to defeat Ripto. Hunter, where have you been?
Oh, I got a little lost.
Spyro's gonna help us collect the talismans.
Who does Hunter remind me of?
Spyro,
Just the look of him.
there's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto and his monsters have taken over the castle here in the Summer Forest.
Sokka?
You're going to have to go to Avalar's
No.
ruins and convince the inhabitants to give you their talisman. You can keep them in your guidebook.
Hey, I could do that. Why doesn't the dragon just torch Ripto?
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with 14 talismans? If you come across any orbs, they're important too. But I'll tell you about them later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans, give Ripto the old hot foot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
This is either a level or another hub world. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Thing in a jar. Cool. Can I swim in this game?
Yes.
I can! Do. Sounded like it was...
As one person aptly described it, Spyro 1, all water is death. Spyro 2, I'm gonna swim in the ocean!
How do I dive? Or is that an ability I gotta unlock later?
Bingo.
Ah. It's got to re-explore everything once you get an ability. Or wait until the very end of the game and then backtrack through all the levels. Like I usually do.
Now, one thing I will give the Spyro games like huge props for, any abilities you get in the Spyro 2, you immediately have in Spyro 3.
Nice! You avoid that problem of the hero needs to get powered down at the end of the beginning of every game.
Yep.
Like Metroid.
Spyro, this is the homeworld.
I completely
called
forgot about
Summer
that when I
Forest.
was replaying
There are
Spyro 3. I
portals
beat
to
Spyro
many
2,
of
I go to
the
Spyro
Avalar
3, I'm
roads
like,
around
oh
here.
yeah, I'm gonna have to learn how to dive. I was like, nope.
Ripto has taken over the castle, and we need your help. Start by retrieving the talismans from each of the worlds you visit.
Oh. I'm loving the music and everything. Especially right after the nasty Gnorc fight. It's very soothing.
Yes.
Hey, Spyro. Ripto smashed this bridge,
trying
so
to
I guess
remember
you'll have to
who
glide
wrote the
across
music
it.
for this game.
Press the jump button, then press jump again while you're still in the air to glide.
Stuart Copeland. Stuart Copeland.
I get the dork reference now. Idle
Right, he was
Springs.
the drummer for the Police.
Who was?
The guy who composed the music for Spyro.
The drummer for the Police?
Yep.
Wow.
You would be surprised how many famous rock stars actually went into composing music for games. And how many video game composers went on to become rock stars.
Alright, Idle Springs. I understand the
Right, and
reference. Dear Kevin Thur.
And now one of the best parts of Spyro 2, which was never brought back in Spyro 3.
What on earth are you? Oh, jeez. Guy's just getting beat up.
Spyro, the idols we were carving have come to life. They've locked us out of our temples and stolen our food.
But now you know the plot of the world.
Yeah. This is why you never forge idols, kids. They might come to life at one point in time.
Steal your food.
Steal your food, beat you up with a stick.
Well, specifically a stick with a marshmallow on it.
Shut the front door. Can I have one of those? You don't even hand me anything else. Just hand me one of those. I'm guessing ability you get later. No, I can charge. Aha! Oh. Ability I get later. Where are you? Burn.
Spyro, defender of all creatures, great and small. Sorry, bug.
Apparently you're mute and don't want to talk to me, which is fine if you're mute.
Yeah. Well, not everyone talks.
I think we found the
I
reason.
was hoping that would happen.
The reason he's mute. Fix the camera angle. Aim. Son of a... There we go. Mason to Spyro 1. I don't want to kill the sheep. Oh, he's got a hostage! Alright. All must burn. I didn't burn any sheep this game, have I? I was burning everything else in that game. But we got a hostage negotiation. Put the man down! There is no need to wave your wiener everywhere. Put the flaming wiener down and we can have a civil talk. I will send in the SWAT.
What are your demands?
What are your demands?
Help me, help you.
Help me, help you. Burn. Boom. Boom.
Oh, there's so many levels I look forward to you playing in this game.
Those metal shields are making enemies invulnerable to your flame attack. If you press and hold the charge...
Doop boo, ba doop ba doop 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 doop. All must die for the glory of Spyro. So these 4 levels, as opposed to running through and just trying to find stuff, are a lot more straightforward. Die. Am I correct in this observation?
Yeah, but I mean, so were the first levels in the first area of Spyro
To
1.
aim the camera left
Yeah.
or right, use the right stick.
Doing good? Man. Hit yourself in the head again. Please, you green hippo orc thing. I love it. Alright. Something for later. Got it. You must be the Grand Poobah, because you're actually the guy with the hard hat.
No, the second guy with the hard hat.
True.
Spyro, you're pretty tough. If you ever want a permanent job, we've got a place for you here. But for the moment, I want you to have this talisman.
So there's got to be like a Legend of Zelda halfway point where I get 14 Tailsmen and then they're like, no, you can't beat him yet. And then it's like, you must find the 32 masks. So they usually add stuff like that all the time. Oh, hello. Cool dude McGee over there. Behold, there is more of the level than I have anticipated.
Oh, you didn't talk to Hunter. Okay, I'll give you the quick Hunter tip here. Okay, so when you jump to that platform you've been going for,
Yeah.
right when you get close, press triangle. Triangle does something different when you fly now.
What did it do? Oh, I didn't fly yet.
Alright.
Because I'm stupid. Alright, hang on. Oh! Neat! I got it.
Now got a small hover, which can help you get a little bit of extra height.
Oh. Another ability? Are you kidding me? What is this? Oh! What? Oh! Wait. Okay. Tutorial, eat your heart out. Oh! Punch, no! Oh, this is gruesome. I am sorry, woman green hippo thing. All these things are meerkats, and they're just dressing up in drag and doing the luau.
If you're hungry and you're looking for some, just eat my body food here because it is a treat.
Ah, yankin'! Oh, some bacon!
Bacon! Yep, yep. You're a big pig. He's a big pig. Yep, you can be a big pig too. Oi!
Look at that. The hula girl's ring dance blew up that idol like a Roman candle. Now I can pursue that dancing career I've dreamed of. Take this orb. It could help you go places.
Oh! A MacGuffin they haven't explained yet. Ew. Boom. Shakalaka. Dab. Totally dabbed right there. I didn't actually. But you can't confirm it either way, so, wallow in your own unknowing! Huh. Oh. Oh, I hated that scream. Wow. Alright, let's return home. What do we got in the guidebook in this game? Hula Girl Rescue and another question mark orb that I haven't found and don't care to. Woo! Yeah! Oh. Maybe I do care. Huh, it looks super uncomfortable now. What have you discovered that makes you giggle as so?
No, it's just... To date, this is my favorite part of the Spyro series. Just the intros and outros of the levels in Spyro 2. It's just... the thing of wonder. Also, I did refine the overly dramatic thing I was mentioning. Alright. I shall now read. We were always together, spending our time together, having the same dreams, falling in love with the same person, laughing together, crying together. We shared both joy and sadness, because we had always been united in our hopes. Yet, a day would come when our paths would diverge. And that's how the game opened. And I was like, wow, going a bit for the overly dramatic there, aren't you?
Which game was this?
It's a mobile game called The Alchemist Code, which I only found out about because apparently they're doing a crossover with Full Metal
like
Alchemist.
You're pretty agile. Let's try putting it to a
Full
test.
Metal Alchemist mobile
See if you can get up this first step.
It isn't though.
Press the jump button and hold it
so
down
much
to get
for that.
more hang time.
Who does Hunter remind me of? There's another character that kind of fits his role of like
Okay,
dumb
not
jock.
bad. Now to make this next jump, you'll have to. Nice job.
Do you remember if it's in
now,
a game,
try to do a hover.
movie,
It's a game.
Very good. Now for the hardest leap of all. You'll have to give this one everything you've got. Get a walking start, jump, glide, and hover just before you get to the edge of the platform. Don't forget to press forward on the left stick when you hover. Wow, you're a pretty good athlete. If I hadn't lost my running shoes, I'd take you on for real. For now, here's an orb for your collection.
I can't honestly remember. There's Locke from Tack and the Power of Juju, but that's not it. Okay, Colossus has got to be the boss.
I'm going to stop you there.
Sparks, the dragonfly following you around.
Bosses don't work the same here as they did in Spyro 1.
Okay.
Sorry,
Bosses now
Spyro.
work
I'd love to
basically
teach
like
you how
they
to
do in
swim
other games.
underwater.
So Colossus is a level.
Oh, it's a level. Okay. So there are no bosses. Run that by me again. I was...
Yeah, so, game to compare it to. Basically, bosses in this game are more akin to, let's say the bosses in Crash. Once you get to a certain point and get a certain amount of stuff, you fight a boss.
Also, I
They
want
don't
to...
have their own, like, little portals.
Okay.
Before.
I also want to point out that there's a waterfall that pours onto grass. And over here as well.
I'd also like to point out that frog is not leaving you alone.
No. When you were reading the dramatic opening at the beginning of the mobile game, I had a couple of them surrounding me, and I was slowly turning the camera over with this nice music.
Hello then.
Sure.
Great. Okay.
I do love the Summer
When you
Forest
jump in the
song.
water, you can use your left.
Oh, like we're underwater. Like, oh. Just, okay.
Yeah, so when you're underwater, you can hold X to swim slowly, and hold square to swim fast and charge.
Okay. It's very quick. go back to the Summers area. Oh, I see something there I can do. But for now, let's do Colossus, and then, I don't know, maybe call it from there.
Sounds good.
Still kind of have prep work to do this week for Dungeons and Dragons, so I might as well do that tonight. Or be lazy and watch My Hero Academy. I don't know which one. Probably work on D&D stuff. Oh! Oh, these little hippo guys are everywhere. We're at Shangri-La.
Oh my gosh, okay. So, Kevin wants me to tell you about the original stuff. So you see these guys singing to move things around?
Yeah.
The original audio for that was very different.
He has been rampaging around our home, but we've managed to trap him by shutting
Also, his
all
friend
the
just
doors.
died. Let's just have a
If you
moment of
talk
silence
to the
for
other
him.
brothers, they will open the gates and guide you to him.
These are all Buddhist monks.
Yeah. So, originally, the audio for their singing is and they changed it, and I'm mad about that.
Hmm. I was sitting here thinking to myself, oh, it's got to be something like, I mean, the first level we were at a... So, the first level was Idol Springs. There are a bunch of these tiki totem idols everywhere. So, like, tribalism, spiritualism. The second area level is Shangri-La, Mountaintop Meditation, Brother Harry, like Buddhist monks. Are we doing all the religions in this first part? Like... I mean, I wouldn't be mad, I'd just be interested. Like, we gonna do them all?
By concentrating, I should be able to open this door for you.
These are the two big ones that I can remember. I don't think you hit any others for a little while.
Hmm. Yak.
What?
This is not what I expected that yak to do! Sonic the Hedgehog's ancient ancestor. They're hockey players! What?! Please tell me these, like, Buddhist monks play hockey and they just check each other as hard as they can and get into fist fights and then go into the corner and meditate for a little bit.
I can answer that when you get farther into the level.
Oh my gosh, penguin. Hello, penguin. Stare into my eyes. Look at me. Look at me. You and I, we're gonna go places together. I know I get health from you, but I kinda need the health. Your sacrifice will not be in vain. DJ select the soundboard killer!
Who needs a key when you know how to chant like this?
Most people. Man, your guys' burglary rate... Actually...
Enemies like those yaks are too big to be charged. Your flame attack should easily...
I'm sorry. I yawned. I apologize. Brother Penguin, I am sorry. You will join your brethren.
Each time you defeat an enemy, it will release a spirit particle. The spirit particles will activate the power-up in that world. If a power-up is inactive, you need to defeat...
This game is getting very spiritual on me. I was not prepared for this.
I believe in the original game they were actually called souls too, not spirit particles.
Oh, I'm calling them souls. That does make this Dark Souls.
Gosh dang it.
Wait, what are these pictures?
So wait, was Spyro Seath the Scaleless's great-grandfather or something?
No! Spyro is Seath the Scaleless. He loses his scales later in life. That's why he... It all makes sense now. Contact Vadi Vidya! We have a theory!
Hey, look what I
No,
can do.
we know what Ocelot looks like now.
Ocelot! It all makes sense now. Wait. No. Even better. Spyro is the Age of Dark. This is what the legends were speaking of.
Now I'm just imagining Spyro meeting France.
That awkward moment when you're trying to summon the Dark Lord, but you end up summoning Spyro, so you're like, meh, I gotta use something.
Remember Hunter's advice. You will glide farthest if you press the jump button.
Kevin, what do you think? No response yet. Brother Penguin.
It'll take a minute.
I do not have to kill you now.
Age of Dark equals Buddhists, please.
I don't have a lemon more enemies to kill. I've killed... Oh, I need 11 orbs. Oh, souls. I need 11 souls of the... Souls of the damned. As hockey fanatics confirmed. Hello, Yeti.
Even though I'm a vegetarian, I think you should torch that Yeti. He's pretty tough, though.
I think this is the painted world that the girl made with the blood of the Dark Soul.
Headcanon. That's exactly what happened. Can we also admit that this guy said, even though I'm a vegetarian, I think you should torture this Yeti. Does he imply that he's going to eat it afterwards, or that he wouldn't? I'm very confused. Hippo Man. Whatever race you are, you're confusing me. Hello, Yeti. Oh.
I thought the Yeti was tougher than that. I guess he was all bark. Ruff, ruff. Anyway, I was just guarding our sacred talisman to make sure the Yeti didn't eat it.
What?
So, before you leave the level...
Oh, I'm going back to get the power up. Don't you worry about that.
Okay. Well, not just that, I also wanted to send you somewhere. So if you go back into the place with the Yeti... or fly on top of it, either works. Yeah. So, jump through one of the windows. Yep, you already did it. Want to go across the ice?
I can skate. La da dee, la da doo, la da dum. La da dee, la da doo, la da dum. La da dee, la da doo, da da dum. La da dee, la da doo, la da dum, 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 dum.
Ah,
Spyro,
All right,
welcome.
So want to go up those
We have
stairs?
found that hockey is a peaceful and calming sport. Would you like to join in a match against our goalkeeper? You have 2 minutes to score 5 goals.
Well, let's do this, baby. Oh my word. What monster is that? Wait. Wait. Confused. Okay, hang on.
Yeah. When you get close to the hockey puck, you'll eat it.
Okay.
And then when you press circle, you'll shoot it out.
It's like advanced floor hockey. Okay. Oh, swine. Hockey is a very calming and relaxing sport.
Hockey could be a peaceful and relaxing sport.
You've never seen a Sabres match. Go Buffalo Sabres.
It really just wants me to try and introduce Buddhist monks to hockey.
Wouldn't fly, but you know. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna have to try this again, but that's fine.
I love that you noticed the statue had a hockey stick, but if you look at all the banners around the
yeah, it also has hockey. It's...
I remember playing through this and I saw that, I was like, no.
Oh.
But you can always come back and play more hockey.
Oh yeah, definitely. Don't you dare. Oh. Kind of bugs me that I can't speed up.
You must focus. You have 2.
You must focus on your success. It's one mean guy. Nice.
I guess he was all bark. Ruff, ruff.
Rough, rough. Ha 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 ha. I'm like, what did I just witness?
I love that they changed the hockey players' masks.
What were they?
Legitimately, they were Jason Voorhees masks.
I thought so. Well, you know, those were traditional hockey masks. They weren't, It's the second...
Yes, of course. But still, you know, when you see a big guy come out of the side of a hockey arena in a kid's game wearing a Jason Voorhees mask...
The crowd up there is going wild! And by wild, I mean doing their stagnant animation. Pew.
I actually did not notice that there was a crowd up there when I was playing.
Yeah, it's a crowd. They're not doing much, but you know. Like Red Wings fans when their team's not winning.
Well done. Have this.
Did you ever watch any of the old Goofy Plays a Sport
Would you
cartoons?
like to try a game of one-on-one?
I don't think I
First to
have.
score 5 goals wins.
Yeah, Disney did a bunch of really funny
What? There's a bear.
sports with Goofy.
I can only imagine the hilarity.
Yeah, and one of them was hockey.
Oh, he can body check me. Hey.
Don't forget, you can
fudge.
Flame him. Yep, you got it. Just as I say it.
Yeah! Didn't even mean to do that. No. Woo! Sketchy hitboxes, or invisibility frames. Invincibility frames.
Hockey is a peaceful sport. Thank you, Nate.
Woo! I love that. All, like, alternating caps. Hockey is a peaceful sport. It's the only sport where you actually have rules where players can get things and then beat the snot out of each other for a couple minutes. And it's perfectly legal and okay.
I think
Then you
more
sit in a
games
box.
need to have a hidden hockey mode.
Come on!
I think it'd be really fun to play a hockey game against
this.
Father Gascoigne.
If you stare at it long enough, you might
Bloodborne hockey. NHL Bloodborne 2019. You get into a fight and one guy just stabs the other guy in the chest with his fist and pulls out all of his internal organs. I'd play it. A lot of people would. Especially Bloodborne cart.
Bloodborne card.
Oh, that was a golden meme. I want to know how to do that racing course there. Actually. I see it. I see where it's supposed to go.
So that actually isn't anything.
Say it ain't so.
I wish it was, but it isn't.
Okay, so there's... Aha! There was one of those back here. I remember. There it is. Oh no, it just got me back up. I'm a sad panda. Alright, I'm leaving. Peace. Peace to my homies. Mmm. Oh, jeez. Oh, my word. That was good. Alright, well. We beat Gnasty Gnorc, finished Spyro 1, did a couple levels in Spyro 2. What is this one? Ripto's... something? Ripto's Tide, Ripto's...
Ripto's Rage.
Ripto's Rage. And now, we continue with Ripto's Rage next week.
Same
I
Spyro
wish you-
time, same Spyro channel.
Same Spyro time. Well, you know, give and take a half hour.
Yes.
I don't think we've ever actually started one of these at 8. I imagine there was always troubles getting streams set up and everything. So, you know,
Most likely.
8:30. All right.
All right.
If you've watched this, thank you for watching. If you found yourself here a while later, have a good night. And a good day. Or good afternoon, or morning, or... Oh my gosh, why are you still up at this point in time? Get to bed.
As they say in the Truman Show, if I don't see you later, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Use that from now on. Alright. Peace. And the awkward moment when I'm in the broadcast. Gotta stop the broadcast. Stopping now.